for the cows.
Can chicken eat it? What? Let that one dog. Be gentle.
Come on, over here, let's get the cows.
Got a busy day today. We're going to be getting sheep back out on pasture. We thought we were going to be butchering the sheep, so we brought them down to our pre-butcher paddock here. But we decided we want them to get a little bit bigger. We got more time. There's still grass growing. Nice fall ahead of us. So we're going to put the sheep back out into pasture. They got more time to eat, enjoy life on green grass. And yeah, we just got to do little doodads here or there this morning. We're getting ready to do a big fencing project soon. We want to do a high tensile fencing project here this fall. And to get ready for that, we really got to minimize. So we've been getting rid of animals. You'll see some are gone already. Others are going to be getting butchered and put into the freezer. At this point, the only way we're getting rid of animals is by putting them in the freezer. They're going to freezer camp. So yeah, and other ones we're just moving around. We got the camels moved into their new paddock. I got to go work on some fencing.
Update on cows. I was waiting to see if Luna came into heat last week. I didn't see much sign of it during the day, but it was like in the 80s last week, so nobody was riding anybody too hard. But then I noticed a very slight amount of blood, so she had a bleed off, which indicates she was not bred. Gah! That's how I feel this year, farming. Honeybee, I'm waiting to see next week if she comes into heat. Grasshopper should be coming into heat this week. She wasn't AI'd at all, so I'm just expecting to see her start showing signs of coming into heat tomorrow or Wednesday. And we'll keep an eye on the little bull. Make sure he's doing his job. I think he's doing it at nighttime because it's too hot for him during the day. I got to go up now and check on everybody. Actually a good spot for him. Oh, he got it out. That's great.
That was Grasshopper, right?
Yeah. Told you she's coming into heat. That's good. That's great. I see him doing stuff.
I even got it on camera.
Awesome.
Look at that. Set the mood.
Set the mood. Yeah, so Grasshopper's coming into heat. We see her mounting. And our little bull, who the kids have named Ferdinand. So, sorry, Eli, if he has a name already. While he's here, he's going to be Little Ferd. He's getting the job done, which is nice. I was a little unsure because Eli told us at Mac Farm, that's who we're leasing him from, that he's third bull over there, so he really hasn't had a shot. Now he's not throwing away his shot. He's got 3 girls to work it on. That's setting the mood. Have I set the mood enough? And yeah, she is standing for him a little bit because we have so many hills. I'm pretty confident that he is a little shorter. He's not that much shorter, so I think he'll be able to reach no problem. It's exciting. We have not had a great year breeding anybody this year. It's been very frustrating. If this is something that works, that would be nice.
Breeding! It's happening.
Why did we go with the Highland bull instead of a mini Jersey bull? Didn't I want to get mini jerseys from the girls this year? Yes, I did. That was the goal. That's why I ordered the mini jersey semen. That's what we've been breeding everybody with. I was feeling pretty positive about Ladybug. He's getting everybody. Oh, that's grass. I was feeling pretty hopeful about Luna this time, being bred with the mini jersey semen. So I was disappointed when I noticed that she did have a bleed off that week last week. We'll do a sample anyways before we'll test everybody for pregnancy. Grasshopper is my last one to breed this year. I'm almost out of semen. I needed to have a plan B. Semen costs for the mini jerseys crazy expensive. About $80 to $100 a straw. The straws I used this time were $100 a straw, plus $150 to ship it. If I would get 6 straws to make it worth it. I just can't buy any more semen this year. I needed to find something else. We knew Eli had the Highland cattle. I've always liked them. We do have a goal of butchering future calves. We get some bull calves, butchering some. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed this year with everything. I just needed something easy that has a pretty high success rate right now. I've been working on getting Millie to a bull to get her bred, knowing that it's another 15 months till we get camel milk from her. We switched from a fall calving to a spring calving, so I've got another 9 months till we get any calves.
Hold on, bud.
Look at that little airplane, so cute. Having yonis this year, knowing that our herd, we've had a recent yonis positive cow, I'm just very, disenchanted with everything. So Austin keeps asking me, like, no, it's not on. Why the Highland? Why not a mini Jersey bull? There is a, I guess I was just going for something different, totally different. Just want to try something else. But there's no real good one. I could have gone a mini Jersey bull, but I only thought I was breeding one to the Highland. That's all I wanted, was to see one calf from one of cows. Well, we'll get 2, probably 2 half Jersey Highland crosses. Hopefully honeybee took, but given the year we've had, I'm gonna say probably not, so 3. Partially it's because I feel like we've spent so much money on the cows. I just didn't want to spend any more money to get nothing out of them. That's how it felt. I spent so much money. We had such high hopes this year for actually selling calves and for once making money on the cows, and we didn't. Plus we wound up with a freezer full of beef that is inedible.
We're going to talk about that?
No, you want to?
I'll put it in my video. I was going to make a video about lessons I learned butchering. I still have to do that video. Yeah, really sad turn of events with the beef we got from Ladybug.
It's delicious.
The meat itself tastes incredible. It's so amazingly good. But we aged her in the room that we made, and I got to make a video about this to explain lessons we've learned from this, so you don't make these mistakes if you're going to copy something we do. We insulated the room with closed cell cellulose foam, and we sprayed it on the walls, and we didn't paint it because the guy couldn't get paint for it, and we had to put Ladybug down, so we were like, well, you know what, we'll paint it afterward. And the guy still hasn't been able to get the right paint. I'm gonna see if I can find somebody else to come and paint it. But long story short, the smell of that insulation foam,
it makes the beef taste that way.
It permeated into the fat.
The first few bites you get, you're, wow, this is so good. It's so flavorful. It's the best beef I've ever eaten.
Oh yeah.
Until you get that.
And then all of a sudden you get this
insulation taste.
oh, but it smells like insulation.
Yeah.
And it's completely ruined
Yeah,
all
it's
that
dog
beef.
food. I'm just to explain it to people, like, why did I just get a Highland? But you know, it was. I felt the
easiest.
urgency to get them bred because we're getting into summer. I don't want to have calves in the middle of summer because of the flies. Yeah, so I feel this push to make something happen. Farming has been such ups and downs this year.
Yeah.
We felt really good in March, then really bad in August. So I'm just trying to salvage something from this year. I don't feel confident about selling calves, you know, high quality mini Jersey breeding heifers. I don't know if I'll feel right about doing that this year.
Because we still don't have, there's a lot of unknowns still.
Yeah, everyone's tested free from yonis. The heifer calves are free from yonis. They will not be, we'll test before they calve, we'll test after they calve. There'll be a lot of testing going on.
But still, we don't want to sell something high dollar, high quality that turns out to later on, we don't want to do what was done to us to somebody else. So for us, it's a matter of, well, if we make little beef calves, there's no loss there. They'll be
if
delicious.
I get a heifer, will I try to breed and milk? Maybe.
We actually now know the meat's going to taste incredible.
Right.
As long as we repair what we did to the insulation. So what we got to do is like find a vapor barrier paint that holds that smell back. Maybe even build another false wall around it.
He says.
It's the amount of huge disappointments we've had on the homestead this year directly reflect the amount of big things we've done this year. With every big thing we've done, we've had a pretty big disappointment. So
it's like
sheep were great.
What do you call that? Just what happens when you do like a big thing will probably go wrong with it, and you'll have to troubleshoot it. Especially when you're.
It's unfortunate this year we had like everything. The camels lost a pregnancy, milk dried up. The cows, ladybug, I mean, there's that.
Yeah, Luna lost that pregnancy.
Luna lost a pregnancy. I mean, really, when it comes down to it, we did rabbits. Turns out we don't like eating rabbit. Like, that was kind of a waste of time. We got a bunch of meat in the freezer we don't want to. So, pigs and sheep are great, which is why we're going to put them in a nice fresh pasture. Oh, and meat chickens. We had that batch of meat chickens that just...
Yeah, it's been... The more you do, the more that goes wrong. It's just...
We've had more go wrong this year
law of the universe
than ever. And I feel like if this had happened to us 5 years ago, it would have been, we're quitting, we're done, we're out of here.
We've taken it better this year.
Yeah, because we've been through enough disappointment of...
We've switched gears. So I ran through all my mini Jersey semen that I ordered and paid through. Has any of it worked? I hope maybe one of the straws took.
Maybe.
So I had to kind of switch, and we're still working through health issues with the diet, with our son and stuff. For me, I cannot put all my attention right now on cows and breeding cows. And so I brought in a little bull so he can put all his time and attention into breeding the cows. Whoever needs done will get done.
Yeah.
There's no big... I just had to make a decision. And that was the decision I made.
They'll be delicious. Little beef calves.
And cute. Which is always what you want when you're going to eat something.
Oh yeah.
For it to be cute.
The cuter it is, the more delicious it will taste. That's a law of the universe though, right? Next Homesteady shirt. That's a winner. Okay, we got the paddock set up with the Gallagher smart fence. And the last thing we got to do is give our cows some more fresh pasture, so we're going to do that over here and let them get into a new section of fresh grass and be done for today. Alright, so let's take I think I understand why artificial insemination is so much harder than just having a bull, because I mean that's like 10 straws worth of semen this morning. Something's bound to catch with that many. That would be in mini Jersey straws, about $600 worth of semen right there. 50 bucks for the bull for a month. Yeah. It's funny, the younger pigs are always quickest to go into a new section, a new paddock. The older pigs are always more cautious. There used to be an electric fence line right there. They remember that, like, all right, we came here, we got shocked. Little ones go running out. They're like, let's go, fresh grass. It's not much different than people, right? The younger you are, the quicker you are to try something new and push your boundaries and try to get places that you shouldn't. Whereas the older you get, you're more like, nah, I don't know, last time I was there I got shocked. Maybe I'll just stay here where it's good and comfortable. I don't know if you've noticed that IPP, man, he grew so much quicker than these Coonies, which is no surprise. Coonies are slow growing. But he really grew a lot faster. He's almost the size of the big Coonies now. So we've decided after this year playing around with all these different breeds, we're gonna get a we're gonna breed a Cooney boar and our 2 sows. Well, they're not sows yet, but they're getting their gilts. We're also gonna get ourselves, I think, an IPP gilt. And I wouldn't be surprised if in a year or 2 we've phased completely just to the IPPs, because they definitely grow quicker. And as far as how they are in pasture, I've talked about this a lot. If you give them a reason to root, they will root. They're perfectly capable of it. If they're following animals that have pooped or dropped feed on the ground, they'll tear the ground up for all that stuff. But if they don't have a reason to root, they are much lighter on the ground than some of the other breeds that we've raised in the past. We used to raise the Yorkshire Landrace Cross, and they would tear grass up. The minute they got into a new grassy area, they would rip it up and it would just be torn to shreds. And just to give you an idea, I mean, over here, these pigs have been in this paddock for a couple weeks now, and you see that grass over there? It's mowed down, but it's not tore up. It's mown down really, really close to the ground, but they're not ripping it up, they're not rooting. Now, when they were following our chicken tractors, they were tearing the ground up because the feed was in the soil. But out there's no feed to dig up, and they're not bothering it. So You know, if you're looking for a slightly hardier pig and you're not worried about maximum meat growth, speed, maybe the IPP is a good choice for you. If you want to just grow the biggest, fattest pig the quickest, I mean, you can't beat the Yorkshire Landrace crosses or another heritage breed that grows quicker than these ones. But these are very hardy. They don't root as bad, and if you don't give them a reason to root, they won't. And we're yet to try the meat. That's TBD, TBA, to be announced. Take a peek in the Siskovich tractor. We got one more batch of meat chickens. This is our John Siskovich chicken tractor. Right now we're just running one tractor. Got about 30 birds in there, and I just fed them and gave them fresh water for the day. So one thing I've learned about a Siskovich tractor is this is the magic number, 30. If you put more than 30 in there, your life will be miserable with the Siskovich tractor because they're not made to hold more than that. And an overcrowded chicken tractor is really hard to work in. But if you just put 30 or less chickens in it, it works great. We've really enjoyed using these Siskovich tractors this year. And next year you will definitely see us do another batch of Cornish crosses out in some Siskovich tractors. The Siskovich tractor, I've built my own chicken tractors in the past, a couple different, methods and styles. I've built a A-frame, I've built like a little rectangle thing. Honestly, the Siskovich tractor is a great design. I really enjoyed using them this year. I can't say enough good stuff about them. If you use them the way they're supposed to, and I did make a few modifications. I got to make a video like my Siskovich tractor mods. Just to show you the things I do a little different than what John does that has made it easier for me to use them. But yeah, awesome stuff. If you're thinking about doing your own meat, there's no better place to start than meat chickens. I suggest you get a batch of Cornish crosses. Your first batch, just get like 10 of them, build yourself a Siskovich tractor, and with 10 in there, my goodness, it'd be so easy. You could move it once every 2 days with 10 in there. And you'll really enjoy it. And then next time you do it, you'll do 30, and then you'll have to build yourself another Siskovich tractor because you're gonna like it so much you're gonna want to do 100, and then you'll wind up like us doing 300 a year. So click there if you want a Siskovich chicken tractor. That'll take you to his book where you get the designs. John's my buddy, but just because he's my buddy, I mean, he's been my buddy for years, and I built my own chicken tractor even when he was my buddy. And I made videos about my own chicken tractor designs, and I tried for years to do better. I couldn't. John's designs are better, so just because he's my buddy doesn't mean that's why I'm telling you to build his chicken tractor. It really is the best design I've ever worked with, the best design I've ever seen. I've yet to find something better out there, so good job, Johnny. You did a good thing.